Judy decided she wanted to be a teacher at 7 years of age and never deviated from that desire. And Judy was passionate about early childhood education in particular, and that's what she became an expert at. And Judy thought that one of the problems with education and social services, that they were disaggregated. And as a result, people had trouble accessing services. And Judy also believed passionately that children of 3 or 4 could be exposed to education. And the theory was, if you provide full service in a centralized location, the children are going to do much better and the parents are going to do much better.
The Judy Centers are so much and so valuable, and I think they're all so different, but I think the Judy Center is ultimately preparing children for school and getting them fully ready. But I think it's also about giving parents confidence, giving kids confidence.
Judy Centers have 2 tracks. The first is high-quality education services. This assures us that our children are in rich learning environments. The second track is family support services. We provide many types of services for them. The partnership is the heart of the Judy Centers. Judy Center partners consist of agencies, organizations, and businesses. They all have a vested interest in the success of our children and families.
The partnership is crucial to the Judy Center. Without our partners, we wouldn't be able to provide services to the children and families.
Partners are a big factor in the successes of the Judy Centers. I think the main thing that the partners do is that they level the playing field. They give the children a chance to get a good, strong start and be at the same level of children that come from all different kinds of environments.
Judy Centers want to position themselves so that they have a community partner to turn to no matter what the family needs. Judy Centers are comprehensive full-service programs. It is a one-stop shop for coordination of services.
And I think for us to provide care to Judy Centers is a great relationship. It's rewarding not only for us to see patients, but a patient comes in here and they're scared, they're in pain, they leave us, they're happy, or they want to come visit us again. That for us is a feather in our cap.
Families may need health care, a place to live, a job, food, and parents may want to extend their education. While Judy Centers are unique due to their different populations, there is one thing that they all have in common. They must meet 12 component standards. These 12 component standards are all things that we know lead to school readiness.
But with my 2-year-old, it's good because I can't afford childcare, so she gets to interact with children her age, a little older, a little younger, and it's very educational for her.
We can make sure families receive all of the services that they deserve in order for them to reach the goals for themselves and for their children. Sometimes it may just be that they call us and they have a need. We need to just immediately refer them over to an agency and say, I have this family and this is what's going on with them. Can you help them? And they say yes.
It's imperative that all students have access to high-quality early childhood educational opportunities because it sets the foundation for the rest of their school experiences. So part of what we do with the Judy Centers sites is providing students and families with access to engaging learning experiences that are going to start them on the course of the next 12 or 13 years of their lives in public school.
We want the parents to understand that quality time where you're given an opportunity to connect, especially with young children, is very important. The purpose of the family engagement is to let them know that they're their child's first teacher, and then just ways in which we interact that actually are contributing to their learning and their readiness.
There have been times when I was concerned if Nathan was at his appropriate level in school, and they've been more than willing to look into where they've done observations. And then I've also had times when I just trying to get him to do homework, so they've been able to really give me tips to help me make it fun for him at home.
Part of providing disciplinary style of teaching where we're integrating reading and math and science and art and music, is also teaching with developmentally appropriate practices. And so they're practices that are appropriate to individual children but also to the whole group. So if you were to walk around a Judy Center location, you're not going to see worksheets on the walls or students sitting at tables with pencils and worksheets. You're going to see them engaging in meaningful experiences. You're going to see messy classrooms with students engaged in real learning experiences.
They don't have access to us, and that, for the most part, is the initiation problem. That's probably one of the main problems in the United States now, is access to care, whether it be medical or dental. There's a specific population in pediatrics that is underserved.
For instance, if they had a vision problem, they would be able to identify if they needed glasses. If you had dental issues, it might affect their learning or their chewing or their speaking. By doing a lot of screenings and providing the medical services, that will enable us to identify children that may need help to learn and succeed in life.
Judy Centers organize training for all of their early education teachers, including child care providers, Head Start, pre-K, and kindergarten teachers. We like for teachers to attend training together. This creates their own network, they begin to speak a common language, and they understand their value to the goal of school readiness.
And it's not just simply taking care of the child, it's taking care of the entire family. So we're making sure that they're fed, we're making sure that if they don't speak English or they haven't finished their high school diploma, there's an adult education piece, there's family engagement. So we try to give the families whatever they need in order to be prepared for success in the future. We try to figure out a way to balance out the family, which in turn will balance out the child and make them ready for success.
All Judy Center partners that provide early education must be state or nationally accredited and validated. Clearly, our success depends upon leadership and the fact that we have been so highly effective at creating strong, committed partnerships.
And one of the things that Judy was so passionate about was putting aside everybody's turf issues. This is what I do, or that's what I do. Her focus was solely on the children. What can all of us do together for the children and for their parents? The assessments have clearly shown that children in Judy Centers do better than their cohorts who have not had this experience.
Judy Centers are data-driven. Every fall, Maryland administers its kindergarten readiness assessment. For 4 out of the past 5 years, children with the Judy Center experience have been as ready or more ready than Maryland's kindergartners as a whole, despite the fact that we have a much higher percentage of children that are high needs. So we know that if we give children and families opportunities, have the children in high-quality early education settings, and provide family support services, that we can eliminate the achievement gap.
My son, Braylon, having the special needs that we later found out that he had, there was a problem in the classroom, and they said, well, let's take him out and let's get you hooked up with the Judy Center. And when I got hooked up with the Judy Center, then the answers started to unveil. They took me right in. They took me in as if my situation with my children, being a single mom, was the only person. Without them giving me the ends on how to look at a child, opposed to, he's bad and she talks too much. It let me allow them to be who and become who they really are. My son Braylon, now that he has graduated from high school, would like to attend the Art Institute. And Braylana, she's going to be a lady out at Prince George's Community College. It freed me up as a parent to know that I had other parents in the same boat with me, and that I had a team and a community. It seemed like a family community to come in and support us.
I came here from the Virgin Islands about 13 years ago. My son is actually moderate to profound hearing loss, so he's basically deaf. And in the Virgin Islands, they didn't really provide good services for them. So when I found the Judy Center, it was like, okay, this is the beginning for me. How are we going to get from this point to the next? So they were just right there, hands-on, knew what they were about, knew where to find the resources, and what avenue that I needed to go to get the resources, not only for my child, but also for myself, because while my kids participated in the Judy Center, I also did math and reading through the Judy Center that they had for parents during the daytime. So the resources was not only for the children, it was also for me, so I gained from it also. And for Mr. Hoyer's wife, she was put here to impact our life, because now that she's gone, her work is still continuing on. And she has lent that hand out to other people to do her work. So to every family and every life that she touched, her purpose and her plan for being here is still at work.